kind of restorative session. Sorry, my connection's breaking up a little bit here. Okay. I'm hoping you guys can all hear me, but everything is a little bit laggy on my side. You guys good? Okay, fine. So yeah, today's session is going to be very restorative. We're going to keep things simple, lots of stretching, some movement to begin with, and we're going to focus on lots of spinal stuff. Okay, so get your spine moving a little bit. That's just going to make you feel good, get some mobility through your spine, lots of static stretching, upper body, lower body, then some breath work as per normal. Sorry, meditation first. We're going to do a mindfulness meditation first, and then we'll finish with a bit of down regulation breath work. So fairly simple stuff, all the usual kinds of things. So unless there are any questions, we're going to get right into it. You guys all good?
Tell people to turn
Thumbs
their
up.
videos off.
You're a bit slow, John, so maybe we should all turn our videos off.
Yeah, you can do if you want.
I think it keeps the bandwidth for you.
Yeah, you can give that a go. All right, we're going to get started. Hopefully you can at least see me. And then if there are any problems, just shout out because I'll be over there, so I won't be able to see the chat. Okay, guys, so let's get started. Go find your space. So it's going to be all about the spine to begin with, as I just explained, and we're going to begin with some of those Jefferson curls, which we've used a few times. So I'm going to show you from the side. All we're looking at here is keeping the leg straight, and we're trying to round over the spine as much as possible. Okay, so you're going to go in sequence, starting right from the top. You're going to pull your chin into your chest, round out your upper back, round out your lower back. Really actively, guys, trying to pull yourself into that rounded cat back position, all the way down to the ground, slowly, slowly. And then when you're down on the ground here, legs straight, try and pull your torso in toward your legs. So really active. And then you're slowly going to uncurl yourself on the way back. So hips go first, lower back, mid back, upper back, and finally the neck. Okay, and we're going to do that 5 times. Okay, so number 2, chin to your chest, upper back, really round the shoulders forward, round your upper back, mid back, bit by bit, vertebra by vertebra, all the way down to the ground, nice and smooth. And then when you're down here, pull your body in towards your legs. And then slowly uncurl yourself. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Finally to the neck. You can look up. And then number 3, chin to your chest. Smooth, slow, as much rounding as you can get, guys. Be really active. Each time you get to the bottom, see if you can take a big breath. And as you exhale, just try and pull yourself in a bit more. And uncurl yourself. Okay, one more. So down we go. Slowly, slowly. Squeeze your quads too, so you keep those legs perfectly straight. Get to the bottom, squeeze yourself in. Let's hold this one for 3 or 4 seconds now. Keep pulling yourself in a bit further, a bit further, a bit further again. See if you can't get your head towards your knees. And then slowly uncurl yourself. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Okay, nice work, guys. Then, keeping with that theme of Jefferson curls, we're going to go for those diagonal Jefferson curls, so slightly more lateral now. So I'm going to show you from the front. The idea is the same. You're going to curl your back, but as you go down, instead of reaching your head straight down, we're going to go diagonally to the left and then diagonally to the right. So imagine like we're going down for the first one, we're going to curl and reach our hands to the left foot pinky toe. Everything else is the same. You curl slowly, bit by bit, get to the bottom, trying to squeeze yourself in, and then up. And it's just going to feel a bit different. Okay, now we're going to go down to the right pinky toe. So chin to your chest, looking towards that pinky toe to begin with, curling over bit by bit, slowly. When you get to the bottom, you squeeze in, and we go back up. And we just start to move a bit quicker, a bit smoother now. So that's 2. We're going to do 5 each side here. Down to the left now. And back up. That's 3. You can feel that rotation as you come back up. Now reach to your right pinky toe. Really keep your chin in towards your chest. Relax your head down. And back up. Feel that rotation as you open back up. 4. Number 5, down we go. And back up. Number 6, down we go. As you go down, think about pushing your shoulders forward, pushing your hands towards the ground so you round out that upper back. Slowly up, feel the rotation. 4 more, guys. Number 7. Squeeze yourself in and back up. Number 8, down we go. And back up. 2 more, guys. Down we go. Number 9. Back up. Last one, number 10. Reach into that right pinky toe. Squeeze yourself in and then back up. Okay, moving straight into the next lot now. You guys remember these, we're going to reach now not to the pinky toe, but directly down the side. So I'm reaching now to the outside edge of my left foot. Okay, so it's a big rotation. You bend down. This time you might not get all the way to the ground. You go as far as you can. Even more rotation to think about now, to feel. Now you reach to the right, chin down. And up. And again, we're going to do 5 each side. So we just keep moving. That's 3. That's 4. Down we go. Relax that chin. 5. Big rotation. 6. You might feel lots of stretching now in your lower back too. That bit of spinal rotation, really good for you. That's 7. Down for number 8. It's really good just to work in these kind of rotational and lateral ranges of motion. We get stuck going backwards and forwards and up and down. Obviously, the body does a lot more than that. And if you only work in those planes of motion, you're going to be very stuck in the other ones. Okay, number 10. and up. Nice work, guys. Cool. Take a second. The next thing I want to do is some unweighted windmills. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Take your feet, they're going to be about shoulder width, so a bit wider than your hips. I want you to put your right arm above your head, okay, straight, and imagine that you're supporting a weight there, okay? So you're quite active on the shoulder. You take your toes, point them diagonally to the left. And then what we're going to do is hinge back into the right and reach the left hand to the ground. Just watch a couple of reps first. So I'm going to pop my hip back into the right, keep the right arm above me, and reach down to the ground. Okay, watch one more. Pop the hip to the right and back to create the space. Right arm stays right above me. I reach the left hand to the ground. Okay, so work through with me now. We're going to do 5 of those. Pop the hip right and back. That's it. Keep working through that, guys. 5 in your own time. Again, we're just kind of working the spine and the hips in a slightly different way now. As you go down, as well as popping the hip back into the right, think about corkscrewing the right shoulder. So as you go down, it's going to rotate. If you do some of our weighted kettlebell classes, you'll have seen that we do that with the kettlebell. It's one of the best full body mobility movements you can do. Lots of lateral movement, rotation. It's awesome. When you've done 5 on that side, we're going to go the other way. So you bring your feet back to center, take your left arm overhead, this time point the toes to the right. Okay, and let's try the left hand side. So we pop the hips to the left and back as far as you can. That creates the space. Reach the hand down to the ground. In an ideal world, your back actually stays straight on this one, but it's okay if it rounds a bit. Five again, guys. Really think about that hip movement. Back to the left as far as you can. You can look up to your left hand as well, just to give you that proprioception of, is my hand right above me? You know, could I support a weight there? That's 3, you got 2 more. Really great movement, that one. Okay, well done, guys. Good, good, good. So when you finish that, we're going to take it down to the ground. The next thing we're going to look at are some scorpions. So more rotation for the spine. And this is a really great mobility piece as well. So what we're going to be doing, lying face down on the ground, hands out in a T like that. Okay, because you may not be able to see me when I lie down. Get the hands out to the side. And all we're going to do is try and keep our shoulders as close to the ground as possible. And we're going to reach over with one foot. So take your right foot off the ground, rotate over. Okay, and then we try the left foot. Left foot up, the knee is bent, and you reach over to the right. Okay, we're going to work through 5 reps on each side. Take your time. Try and keep the shoulders as close to the ground as possible. And just reach to different spots too. You can reach low, you can reach higher up towards your hand, and just be conscious of how it feels in your spine. So number 4 now. That was 5. And we just keep moving now. 6. 7. 2 more, guys. You should feel a nice stretch into your lower back. Some of you might struggle with that because people tend to be very, very tight in spinal rotation. Okay, I can't see you guys, so I'm going to assume you're done. And we'll move on to the next thing. So now on your backs, we're going to go through a bit of a hip sequence on your back. So I just want you to lie down. What we're going to do for 5 reps each side is take the right leg up straight as high as you can. And I want you to reach to your right hand and then reach towards your left hand. Back to center and then down. Okay, so this is an active hip and back movement. Let's try the left hand side. So left leg straight up, out towards your left hand, out towards the right hand, up and down. Okay, that's 1 each side. Number 2, let's try again, straight up. And as you reach the foot to one side and the other, you're trying to keep your hips as close to the ground as possible. It won't happen, but that's the intention. Okay, that's 3, left hand side. Up we go. As you reach the left, you'll feel a nice stretch in your adductors, in the groin. As you reach across the right, you'll feel a nice stretch in the lower back and the glutes. Good, that's 4. Back to the right. Squeeze your quad, keep it really active. Out to the right, out to the left. Up with the left foot, up to the left. Reach to the right. Back to center, that's 6. We've got 4 more here. Right foot again, up you go. Active. Try and control all the range of motion out to the right, out to the left. That's the center, that's 7. And I should have mentioned that as you're going through this, let's do the left foot now. Both shoulders are staying on the ground here. Out to the left. Over to the right. Back to center. Final 2, guys. Try and make these 2 reps really, really crisp. Nice reps. Up to the right. To the left. Back to center. And down. Last one, guys, left hand side. Up we go. Out to the left. Back to center. Out to the right. Back to center. And down. Nice work, guys. Cool. For the next part, we're going to stay on our backs here. And we're going to work through some spinal rolls. And this is something that we've done in this class before. So just make sure you've got enough space behind you. Okay, you need a fair amount of space front to back. We're going to keep the legs straight. You're going to reach forward, grab your toes. Then we're going to keep the legs straight and go over and touch the ground behind us. Okay, and you're just going to keep on moving. We're going to go through 10 reps. In your own time, guys. Controlled, but just keep moving. Now the hips and the hamstrings and everything are pretty opened up. You should find that you're moving quite easily there. Should feel nice. Now obviously you only go as far as you're comfortable, so don't push it too far. If you feel like it's uncomfortable for your neck as you go over, you don't need to go all the way. Try to keep those knees straight. When you've done 10 of those, we're going to do 5 more, but this time we're going to windscreen wiper when our legs are behind us. Okay, this is a little bit tricky, so if you can't do it, you just carry on and do 5 more regular spinal rolls. But if you just have a look for a second, you'll see what I'm talking about. So this time, as we go over behind, we're going to leave the feet on the floor. And we're just going to go left and right. A few times, and then back across. Okay, so give that a go, guys. Your feet don't have to be right on the floor. But again, we're just working on that rotation through the spine. So we're not happy just to go linear. We want to move through some rotation. If it's too much, doesn't feel good, just do 5 more normal spinal rolls, and that's fine. Always remember that moving and stretching is not a competitive sport. You don't need to push it too far. Doesn't feel good. If you can't do it, doesn't matter. Okay, fantastic, guys. Well done. That's it for the movement part. So spine should be feeling really good now. Hips should be feeling good. And now we're going to move into some stretching. And we're going to start with a bit of upper body stuff. Okay, and we're going to start just by opening up the shoulders and the upper back. So what I want you to do is move yourselves into a puppy dog position. So it's going to be hips over knees, arms out in front of you, and just pushing your chest down towards the ground. Okay, we're going to spend 2 minutes down here. So you're in this position, chin to the ground, looking up if possible. You should feel a nice stretch in your upper back and your shoulders. And what you can do is just move side to side and put a bit of pressure through your left shoulder and a bit of pressure through your right shoulder. So you can just feel that stretch more in the shoulders. So you go from left to middle to right. And you can just move how you like. Find the positions where you feel a nice stretch and you can just hang out there. This position is also quite a nice position to stretch your neck from. So if you want, you can take your head to the right and then stretch the neck by just putting your head on the ground. And then same thing on the left. You can turn your head to the right, push your left shoulder down, and you just get a gentle stretch in the neck. Okay, guys, well done. You can bring yourselves up from there. Now the next stretch we're going to do is an eagle stretch. So another one for the shoulders. You can either sit on your heels like this, or you can sit cross-legged, whichever one you find more comfortable. And what we're going to do, just 1 minute each side for this one. You're going to take the right arm across your body, left arm goes under, and then you wrap the 2 hands together. Okay, if you can. If not, just hang out in this position like that. But all we're looking for here is a stretch through the outside of the right shoulder. So long as you feel that, it's all good. Again, with this position, you can experiment with different hand placements. So you can go a bit higher, or you can go a little bit lower. You can move slightly more across. So just play with all those things until you find the stretch that feels the best to you, and then just sit with it. Okay, now the left-hand side. So left arm across, and then wrap the hands up. This side's a bit tighter for me. It's quite normal to have one side a good bit tighter than the other. Okay, cool, you can release it there. Nice, guys, cool. So that's the upper body stuff done. We're gonna move into the lower body stuff now. And the first one's gonna be for the hips. So take yourselves into a lunge position. And we're gonna stretch into a low lunge, sometimes called a lizard. So what I want you to do is just start to drop your forearms down towards the ground and just hang out here. Again, we're gonna hang out for about 2 minutes. If you can't get your forearms all the way on the ground, just leave your hands on the ground and just try to work a little bit lower and a little bit lower as the time passes. But if you can get your forearms on the ground, get them down and then just relax. And as we move into these longer stretches now, you can start to think about your breathing. You can close your eyes, really just try and get into that calm, relaxed state of mind. It's going to help you open up and stretch more. This is another position where you can play around a bit. You can let the knee really flare out to the right. You can let the foot go on the outside, or you can then try with the foot fully flat. You just move around a bit and find the spots that feel tightest for you. Okay, from there, we're going to stay on the right-hand side. We're going to move straight from this position into a half front split for the hamstrings. So you're just going to sit back until you feel a stretch in that right hamstring. And again, we're going to be 2 minutes here. So that right knee should be roughly straight, doesn't have to be completely locked out. And you can move your left knee back or forward just to increase or decrease the stretch as well. Take the left knee a bit further back, going to get a bigger stretch. And same thing here, guys, if you can, just relax, close the eyes, concentrate on your breathing. Nice, slow, easy breaths. It's 1 minute down. Okay, good stuff, team. Let's move on to the left-hand side. So we start back in that lunge position to the lizard. So left foot out in front of you. And then just reach your forearms down towards the ground. And 2 minutes again. Close your eyes, relax. Nice, easy, slow breaths. All through the nose if you can. .30 seconds. Okay, and then from there, let's sit back into that half front split. So find a comfortable position, make sure you've got enough space to feel a stretch. And 2 minutes, guys. Front knee relatively straight, but it doesn't need to be locked out. So long as you feel a stretch in your hamstrings, that's fine. This is probably a slightly harder position to relax in because you kind of have to support yourself with your hands. But if you can, still close your eyes, still focus on the breathing through the nose. Nice and slow and easy. And think about just falling towards your left leg. Another 30 seconds. Okay, well done. So bring yourself out of that one. And then going to move into the last stretch of the day before we get into the meditation and breath work. We're going to go into a frog position. So what you're going to do, you're going to be on your hands and knees. I want you just to edge your knees out as wide as you can get them. Okay, so keep walking your knees out until you feel a really nice stretch in your groin. Okay, so knees are out. The weight's on the inside of the knees, on your thighs, and your feet ideally are behind and toes pointed out. Then you can bring the forearms down. And we're going to be here for 3 minutes, guys. So knees out wide. If you feel that stretch in your adductors right into the kind of higher parts of your groin, that's what you're looking for. If it feels really uncomfortable with your feet out wide, you can just put your feet in so they're close together, and that should make it a bit more bearable. And we're just trying to drop the chest down towards the ground and drop the hips down towards the ground. You can experiment with your hip placement too. So if you push back a bit, you might find a bit more of a stretch. And then if you can, just close your eyes, really try to relax into this one. The more you can relax, the more you're going to get into that stretch. There's quite a bit of resistance here, unless you can just relax and breathe through it. So that's already 2 minutes down. So we just got 1 more minute now. Okay. Bring yourself out of that one slowly, guys. Oh, it can be a bit sore when you come out of that one. Okay, well done, guys. Should feel really nice now. Body's good and open. All the joints have moved. So we're going to move into the meditation and breathwork piece now. And as ever, you're going to need to find somewhere where you can sit comfortably upright for 15 minutes. If you're outside, I don't think any of you are actually, but if you are, or if it's a bit cool where you are, you might want to just put a jumper on. I'm actually just going to put a jumper on. because you might get cold just sitting there. Okay, so just set yourselves up, find a comfortable position. You absolutely don't need to be sitting kind of in a lotus position or anything like that. Just find a position which is comfortable with your spine upright. If you have to sit with your back supported, that's fine. And we're going to start with meditation as we have been for the last couple of weeks, just because the breath work is really about down regulation. So it's going to kind of switch you off. So take your seat, guys. Make sure you're comfortable. Spine is upright. And you can close your eyes. And just to ground us a bit and bring us into the present moment, we'll just take 3 deep breaths. Okay, so make sure your lungs are empty now. We're going to breathe in now, deep. And then release. Breathe in. And release. Breathe in. And release. And now just begin by making yourself aware of the sensations of sitting. So feel your body resting in space, feel the weight of your body, and feel any points of contact between your body and the ground or the chair, and between different parts of your body touching each other. And notice any sounds around you. Let them come and go. Any sounds, all sounds, natural sounds, mechanical sounds, human sounds. And we're just going to scan through the body and just check in. We'll start at the top. So become aware now of your head and face and feel as closely as you can any sensations arising there. There's a lot going on in your face and head. You can feel the small movements of your eyes and your eyelids, how your lips make contact with one another, your tongue. So just check in with all of that and more. And now move your attention to your neck and shoulders and just feel anything that's going on there. And you might just notice if there's any stiffness or pain or discomfort. And wherever you find that, I want you to try and feel it and engage with it as much as you can. Feel any pain or discomfort. just as pure sensation. And now moving your attention to your arms and your hands. Feel any sensations there? Is there any sense of pressure, temperature, any tingling or vibration? And now, how about your chest and stomach? You might feel the contact between the torso and the fabric of your clothes. You can feel the small movements as you breathe. You might even be able to feel your heart beating in your chest. And now, how about your back? Check in with your back. How does your back feel today? What sensations are presenting themselves there? Again, is there any stiffness or pain? And now, how about your hips and your legs? What can you feel there? You might feel again the contact between yourself and the ground or the chair. How your legs make contact with one another. And finally, just feel your feet. How do your feet feel? What sensations are there to notice there? I'm not trying to force anything. It might be very subtle. Just see what's there. Nothing more, nothing less. And now you can bring your awareness to your breathing. And to begin with, just check in with the breath in a very general way. Just notice the breath, the fact of breathing. How is your breathing today? Without trying to control it for the time being. There's no good breathing, no bad breathing. Just try now to follow the sensations of breathing with each breath as closely as you can. And you might focus either on the movements in your torso or the sensation of air rushing in and out through your nose. And in a moment, we're going to move into the breathwork practice. And if you're with me yesterday morning, we're going to do the same thing this morning. Very simple practice. It's just a counted breath. And it's going to be 6 on the inhale, 6 on the exhale. And when we get into this in a second, I just want you to breathe very easily and naturally, focusing on breathing through your stomach, but not forcing anything. Okay, and I'm going to play a tone through my phone for you to follow. So just now make sure that your lungs are empty. And we're going to start now. In, in, out. In, out. Continue to follow the sensations of breathing now, as closely as you can. Try to be as conscious as you can of the breath. Pressure increase as you breathe in. Feel how you relax as you breathe out. Nice, easy breaths, guys, through the stomach. Smooth, calm. No huge effort, you know how to breathe. Okay. Slowly open your eyes there. And just before you move, just check in with how you feel. Do you feel any different now? Do you feel more relaxed, a bit calmer? And if you do, just know it's kind of remarkable. You can change how you feel quite dramatically with just 5 minutes. Pretty easy breath work. So guys, thanks so much for joining. Have a lovely Sunday, and hopefully see some of you guys tomorrow at 8 o'clock for meditation. Thanks guys.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Tom.
Bye.